Yes, can. Yes, can. Yes, can. Yes, can. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
I wonder if mine was in there.
Hello.
You know, I will say my glasses are really dirty. Wow.
Phone should have gave you a message. Clean lenses so you can see the lens. Bro.
Every time.
As soon as, every time.
I wonder if you can hear that.
It's like, oh, they're saying hi to something. I better get their attention.
Why are you being a psycho? Look at his face.
Wide-eyed, flicking his tail the whole bit.
I wonder if he just ate some catnip downstairs or something, because he looks whack. Are you?
Bro. Making me nervous.
I know,
oh my God, his little eyes. And he
don't
just peeked like, that was something out of a horror film.
What's up? He wants to attack Baldo. He's hiding. He's hiding in the corner right here.
Do a sneak attack. Spicy.
You probably can't see him in the camera. He keeps popping his head up. Looking at him.
He didn't even run. That was like a little hoppy prance. Oh my God. Whoa. You're special, Banks.
He's having a... Oh my gosh.
Wow, then.
Yeah, for real. Like, what do I need to do? Lock him out of here? Like, because the problem is we could put the gate up, but then we're just going to hear him. He's going to be trying to break the gate.
Yeah, he's going to pummel
he'll be like, come on. And he'll be pulling on it. That meme, let me in. That would be him.
Oh.
He had to have eaten some catnip because his pupils were huge.
Yeah, he looked wet.
He was ready to go. Okay.
Ready to go.
Let's get into it. Am I the asshole for hounding my boyfriend to take his kid back to his baby mom? Okay.
Am I the asshole for someone baby mommy? God damn it, Banks!
Am I the asshole for hounding my boyfriend to take his kid back to his baby mom?
You take this kid. Someone get this goddamn kid. It ain't yours.
I hope they can. I hope that's all.
I hope so.
Because we probably
they look crazy as hell. Like, what is happening over there?
Apparently, we need to put the catnip away for when you're here. Okay. Okay, the caption makes me sound horrible, and I'm rambling a lot here, but hear me out. I'm 22 female, 23 soon. My boyfriend is 24 male. We started dating a year ago. His kid is 2 male. His baby mama voluntarily has custody of the kid, and he promised me I didn't have to be involved in his son's life even if we got married. I don't dislike his kid. My feelings towards having kids are just very complicated, and I'm not sure if I ever want to have them. Plus, I'm in no position right now to raise a kid. 2 months ago, my boyfriend told me that his baby mama is struggling financially and asked if his son could live with us for a few months while she saved up her money. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but I didn't really believe that she was financially struggling. She's engaged with an upcoming wedding and honeymoon, and her fiancé has a well-paying job. But I agreed that his kid could stay with us as long as it was only 3 months max, and he was the one mainly taking care of the kid. This next week, the kid was staying with us. The kid was really sweet and honestly cute. There wasn't any issues with him staying with us until after the first 3 weeks. He got comfortable. My boyfriend originally held up his agreement of taking primary care of the kid, feeding him, changing diapers, entertaining him, helping him get to sleep, etc., but stopped around the 3-week mark. He wouldn't give the kid proper meals, so I had to have to cook or add things to the meal. We have a spare mattress in the living room that my boyfriend and the kid would sleep on for most of the week, and then rarely all three of us would sleep in the bedroom together. My boyfriend started staying up till 11 or 12 with insomnia and wouldn't get to bed until he was tired, so I would have to sleep with the kid by myself in our bed, which usually made it impossible for me to sleep. The only thing he kept doing is diapers because I absolutely refused to change them. A week ago, I came to my breaking point when I realized I was basically being the kid's stepmom.
Yeah. Ding, ding.
Even though my boyfriend promised I would never be a motherly figure to this kid. My job is minimum wage and I work extensive rough hours just for me to come home and have to take care of a toddler. I broke down in the shower and then told my boyfriend we needed to talk. I told him everything that I wanted him to hound his baby mama into taking her kid back because she's the one with full custody, and us taking in the kid was just something we did to be helpful. He agreed to ask her to take him back, and he apologized for making me feel burnt out. He messaged his baby mama the night I talked to him and told her she needed to take the kid back. She didn't answer for 3 whole days, and when she did, she said basically that she's still financially struggling. She's busy adjusting plans for the upcoming wedding. Her other kid she has with her fiance is being a brat and wearing her out, yada, yada, yada. And we need to keep the kid for a bit longer. He asked how much is a bit longer, and she didn't reply. It's now another 3 days later. This morning, I told my boyfriend I'm at my wit's end with the kid being here, and it's stressing me out so much that I'm having trouble sleeping. I can't relax at home, and there's always a chore I have to do for him. My boyfriend was sympathetic, but he said there's nothing we can do until his baby mama agrees to take the kid, and he's getting a bit annoyed and offended that his kid is that much of a problem to me. My boyfriend fully cared for the kid today, but he's been distant and cold. I'm so burnt out, and I have a bad feeling that his baby mama is trying to keep the kid with us. Can someone please tell me, am I the asshole? Should I step up and take care of this kid until this is over? And can someone please give me advice on how to convince the baby mama to take the kid back immediately and or have the kid dropped off to her? Do you also think he is the supposed financial situation is suspicious?
Yes. Hard yes.
So it also says, small edit, because I've seen a few comments implying or stating my boyfriend is a deadbeat dad. He's not. He was seeing his kid multiple times a week before the kid started staying with us. The kid is in custody of his baby mama because she can provide the kid a better quality of life, and also his half-sister is living with the baby mama.
Yeah, with the new fiance. Which sounds like it must be a baby. If their previous one's like 2 years old. But still, take care of your fucking kid.
So I'm just confused. So they said that this baby was being a brat? Like, that just seems weird. Under 2 years old, you're going to call that a brat? Like, what do you mean? I don't know.
A baby. Take care of your fucking kid.
Right. Also, why are you dating this guy?
Yeah, you're only 22 and a half.
That sent me. I thought I was going to crash out. Almost 24. Or sorry, 23 soon. Like,
yeah, 22 and a half. Like a 9-year-old, you know, and they're like 9, but nearly 10. You know, like 9 and a half.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so drop that fucking kid off. Yeah, or just, I don't know. You should not be dating somebody with a child. If you don't think that you want children, why would you even think for 1 second that dating someone with a child means you're not going to have to deal with a child? Right. Even when he said, you know, oh, I'll never have to put you in the position where, you know, I'm always going to take care of him. No, Daddy got burnt out and started resenting her for not helping out as much.
Well, and also that just seems like why would you say that to somebody you're going to date?
Like, because the person, didn't want to have kids and they're only 22 and a half. So
it's just like, yeah. Well, and then like, I mean, they're only 2 years apart in age, so. Oh my God. This is just a mess. This is a mess. And I mean, I'm also just laughing at the fact that she like dropped the kid off and then didn't answer for 3 days.
3 days, responds and doesn't answer for another 3. I was busy with my other brat child, who's a fucking infant baby.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me either.
Because I'm financially, hurting.
I know the financial thing just seems like a real
And you're planning a fucking wedding.
If you need
You
your
can't
kid,
feed your toddler because you're having a wedding.
yeah, right. That
What
seems
the fuck?
that doesn't make any sense. Now, if you want to say, "Hey, I need you to take our kid for a little while so that I can take care of wedding stuff," okay. That seems plausible. That seems to make sense. Hey, can you watch your kid for a little while so that I can take care of some things? Why do you have to?
But also, why are you gonna ditch your kid out for 3 months?
To do a wedding? Yeah, that's
to do anything. I mean,
yeah.
just take care of your goddamn kid.
Well, and it says that he was seeing him a couple times a week. So, and
that would be a huge change for a toddler, to living with one parent, seeing them a couple times a week, to staying with the other parent, and they don't even answer the fucking phone for 3 days, for weeks on end. Wild as fuck.
This whole thing is so whack. All of it's whack. Also, kids are definitely going to wear you out. That's kind of like
what
part
they do.
Of the thing.
That's the whole. Yeah, it comes with the parenting 101.
Yeah,
fucking sucks. You got to do it. You want kids? It comes with the package.
Man, maybe if them kids weren't being brats.
Yeah, crying for bottles and whatnot. And I go shitty diaper and feed it.
Is your baby being a brat, or do you just not know what they're saying?
Mom?
Like, well,
or both. Shitty mom because you don't know what they're saying. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think that's why, obviously I haven't had children, but for me, with how much I babysat and stuff, what was hardest for me about a newborn is that when they scream and stuff, you don't know why they're screaming because they just came out. So you don't know if they're saying, I need a diaper change.
And they have 3 different screams, and it's very hard to tell if they're any different. If I shit my pants, I'm hungry, or something's wrong, I'm sick.
Yeah, you gotta wait a second till you gotta know that. So it takes a minute. But how much are you letting your kid cry? Like, what are you doing that's making them cry so much? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too hard into it. I don't know. It just all seems pretty sus. I just didn't answer for 3 daes. She saw that text and was like,
"Oh hell, damn it!
I can't
already
deal with this right now. I already got one brat."
Hey. Oh, brat! Oh my gosh, the baby's probably still on the tit.
Yeah, that's so nuts.
Bitch,
I just feel like you shouldn't be calling anybody a brat, realistically. I feel like name calling to any child is just maybe don't do that. Just don't do that.
Not shame our children.
Yeah, right. We don't really need to do that. Even if they're being a little asshole, that doesn't mean you say, hey, you're being a little fucking asshole. You don't use nicer words to say it either. You just don't say it.
Yeah, we do that when they're not in front of them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Also, so we didn't even answer the question, really, did we? Because she was asking if she was an asshole for hounding her boyfriend to take his kid back to his baby mom.
Yeah, no. No, not an asshole, because you said from the get you were going to fucking do it. I'm 22 and a half, and I ain't taking care of no fucking kids.
Yeah, just be
so
true
mom
to
would take care of your fucking kid.
Yeah, honestly, but I guess my take is you guys need to fucking break up. Everybody's an asshole here.
Yeah, you're all assholes.
That's my take on it. I think everybody
all
sucks.
Fucking assholes.
Actually, what are the comments? Let's see what.
Yeah. See if the other people are like, what the fuck, as much as us.
The first comment is question mark.
Really.
Break up and don't date someone with a kid.
Very first one. That's great.
Honestly, the only comment that matters. Exactly this. Don't like kids, don't date someone with kids, and by dating someone with is dating someone and living with them, you are their stepmom. If you don't want to be a stepmom, don't be with someone who has kids, period. So, like...
Just take care of damn kid.
Jesus. Well, and then... So if he doesn't have a stable place, is it because he's hopping couches to girls or something? Because I know dudes do
He's
that.
got a mattress on the living room floor.
Well, I shouldn't say dudes do that. There are just in general people who do that. And just like, next girlfriend, I'll move in with you right away. Next girlfriend, move in with you right away.
Yeah, because how long have they... Could have been that long together.
Yeah.
Woof.
Okay.
Woof. Run!
Anyways,
Drop that kid off on a weight.
Let's move on. Am I the asshole for setting my wedding date for a week my brother-in-law doesn't have custody of his kids?
Because they're brats? Yeah.
Okay.
This one's a fuck them kids one, eh?
Yeah, right. My sister got married last year, and it's been a bit of a shit show with massive proportions. Her husband's divorced, and he has 2 kids, 7 and 11, with his ex. His ex is insane, and there's a lot of unhappiness in my sister's home. The kids don't like my sister because of their mom's influence. My sister is pregnant, so that's extra exciting. The kids don't like our family because we're related to my sister. She also started hating on their own aunt because she and my sister have become close since they met. The kids are rude and disrespectful to my sister and to us. They throw temper tantrums and only their dad can make them stop in the moment. Anyone else steps in and they fully ignore them. I don't blame the kids, though. Their mom is very clearly behaving poorly. She crashed my sister's wedding and caused the scene and tried to take the kids home with her even though it was his parenting time. A couple of weeks later, she is crashing a party at our house, insisting her kids didn't belong there. Then, a while after that, it was a cousin's birthday party, and she stood outside the venue and yelled at us from a distance.
Bitch, 3 strikes, you're out. That was a lightning strike.
Yeah,
that was a lightning strike.
Weird. I saw that out of the corner of my eye.
Bitch, though, yeah.
Okay, wait.
There's a whole lot of sensory going on.
Where was I?
Crashed the cousin's birthday thing or something.
Yeah,
it was
so...
3 parties in a row. What the fuck? 3 strikes, you're out, bitch.
I thought, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I scrolled down. That's why I was so confused. I'm like, I was on this paragraph. So, doesn't blame the kids. Then after a while, it was a cousin's birthday party, and she stood outside the venue and yelled at us from a distance. Wow.
Real mature.
The kids wanted to go with her, and that became a fight. Stuff also happened before the wedding, too, but there's just too much on the list. Brother-in-law took his ex back to court, and armed with the proof of her behavior, he tried to make her stop or change custody. But all she got was a warning and no custody change.
What?
That's ridiculous. She continued showing up like that and ruining events or causing a scene. Turns out the kids were telling her about all the plans, where they were with us, and she was showing up because she objects to them spending time with my sister or her extended family. I found out just before Christmas that the ex had run off with the woman brother-in-law dated after he and his ex divorced.
Ooh.
That her crazy had made the woman nope out.
Nope out. Oh.
My sister knew and married him anyways. The ex never bothers brother-in-law's family, but she does not want her kids getting close to another woman or becoming part of another family, and she's doing her best to stop it. Brother-in-law had the kids for Christmas, and they invited both families over. The ex showed up again and caused a scene. The police removed her like they've done several times already.
The police and several times. Oh my god.
Brother-in-law and his ex were in court again, and the same thing happened as before, a warning. I've been engaged for a few months, and my fiance and I finally set a date last month for our wedding. All she wanted was a summer wedding, and what I wanted was a day without brother-in-law's ex crashing. So we chose a week where brother-in-law won't have his kids. We didn't say that when we announced the date, but my sister and brother-in-law noticed, and they were annoyed we didn't take his custody schedule into account. We did.
We did.
Not how they wanted. We said we were sorry and we couldn't change it now, but hoped they'd still come. My sister accused me of excluding 2 young members of the family by keeping the date. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely not.
No.
Fucking.
Not the asshole.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't want somebody at your wedding,
It's your fucking wedding.
Yeah, they don't have to be invited to your fucking wedding.
Right. And kids are only there for like to eat dinner and then go fuck off with grandma anyway.
You know, do you know how many people were pissed because we got married Father's Day weekend? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? We got married on a Saturday. Fuck off.
Sorry.
Shut up. Like, what do you... Oh, man, I'm so sorry you have to come to my wedding the day before Father's Day one time ever.
Yeah. So dumb.
So stupid. I can't...
Well, holy psycho to like that many weddings and events and cops having to drag your psycho ass out.
How?
And
what do you mean the warnings?
The court system failing them like more than once.
Yeah, I mean,
off of two warnings. This bitch is like harassment and stalkerish and
yeah, they literally
having the kids in on it because you're 7 and 11. They're gonna oh come on.
You know what I would start doing? I would start talking about like, oh, we're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, and then joke's on you, bitch, we're not gonna be at Chuck E. Cheese.
Right?
We're just gonna tell the kids that we're going to Chuck E. Cheese, and then we're not gonna.
Yeah, they're eavesdropping on where you're figuring out. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
make a solid plan at the Winn-Dixie. He's like a bitch.
You know what I would do? I would be like talking about how we're gonna go to amusement parks, so that she has to go to the amusement park and pay to get in. And then like
SeaWorld where it's like $300 a fucking ticket.
That would be so fun. That would be what I would do. I'd be like, all right, petty. This is how.
I love it.
I mean, how else are you going to deal with it? Obviously, the courts aren't doing anything. So
hey,
we'll tell everybody, we'll tell all the kids we're going to SeaWorld and then say, sorry, SeaWorld is closed today on the day that we go to SeaWorld. And everything will be fine. And she'll go to SeaWorld.
And I'll not see you at my wedding.
Not see you at that world. I wouldn't want drama at my wedding. I don't think there was drama at my wedding.
No.
Which is nice.
No.
I mean, there was a little bit, I guess.
I mean, and then, whatever there was.
It wasn't anything that was out and about, so that's cool. But, no, honestly, the most drama that I had to deal with at my wedding was, I mean, other than being ripped around by everybody, is the drama that everyone just kept saying, well, you don't have to worry about it anymore. And then I remember someone said that to me, and I said, yeah, you say that, but there's no spoons for the ice cream right now, so I have to go deal with something.
Oh my gosh.
Just because they got put in the wrong spot. And it's like, okay, I know where they are. Nobody else knows where they are. I'll just go grab it here.
Oh my gosh.
I remember too, I decided I was finally going to have a drink, and I went and got a Malibu and pineapple juice, I think is what what I got. And I took one sip of it, and then I accidentally punched it all over the table, and my father-in-law was like, why don't you have another one? And I was like, I had a sip. Like, what do you mean, bro?
Of course I'm going to get another one.
I'm going to have to, because now I don't have a drink. Man. Yeah, actually, our wedding went very, very well, luckily. And the actual wedding itself, like, the reception was good, but the wedding itself worked out perfect, because, like, for, like, the 2 hours of the getting ready for the wedding-ish, and the wedding itself, it wasn't windy, which is crazy.
It was super windy all morning, and it like slowed right down for the ceremony itself.
Yeah, when they were trying to hang the sash.
We had to wait for 3 hours for mother-in-law to hang a sash on a tree.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it was nuts.
Silly little things.
It does get really fucking windy out there, though. So
yeah, the camp wind ain't no joke.
Yeah, and we literally got married in like the one spot where there's no trees to block all the wind off the lake.
The wind tunnel.
Yeah, I mean,
perfect.
Yeah, it worked out though.
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, it really worked out. Sucks that I basically hate that place now, but it was free. It's honestly, to be honest, like, part of me wants to be upset because I don't go out there anymore, but literally the only reason that we got married out there is because it was a free venue. I didn't have to pay. Because I'm pretty sure, from what I read and stuff, that was one of the most expensive things is paying for a venue to actually physically get married at. So I said, let's get married outside at the family property, because bing bong, done.
Done. Check.
Free parking, all of it.
Yeah.
So.
And there's been a couple there before, so we've had practices, layout, bing bong, done.
Yeah, hey, we're not the only ones. It's funny. Okay, so I just wanna. Okay, I gotta click on this one first. Okay. Are we ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This is another Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend because he lost my dog?
Yeah. Oh. Fuck with the dogs.
Okay, so.
Ooh, that's another good one.
Wow. You said it was raining when you went outside?
Yeah. The thunder off that last one was like way later. Must be off distance.
I can stay over there. Okay. Anyways. Oh, shit.
Due to this fucking dog.
I forgot what time it was when we got up.
Fuck, we did it again.
It's okay. I think it's been at least a half hour. No way.
Yeah. I remember it was like 8-ish. I feel like it says 30-ish minutes on here.
That sounds about right.
Like 36.
I believe you. Okay, let's go do this one again.
Okay. Here's the rumble.
Wow. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my boyfriend because he lost my dog? So, hello everyone. It is my first time posting anything on here, and my English is not my first language. Please keep in mind I have been crying for the past 2 days. Sorry for any mistakes. Me, 24 female, and my boyfriend, 24 male, have been together for almost 4 years. We get along okay for the most part. Things like him losing something of mine have happened, but never to this level. I have had my dog Milo, 12 female, for her whole life. We grew up together, and it's really hard for her to get to trust other people. She has always been an anxious girl, but she is the light of my life and has always been by my side even in my worst days. 3 years ago, I introduced my boyfriend to my family, which is just my mom and Milo. He and my mom got along okay, but he did not acknowledge Milo in any way, which is fine. I did not expect him to be all over her, considering she does not like that. But I still found it pretty strange because he said he absolutely loved dogs. And to be honest, I believed that because he would always pet dogs when we were outside. Any interaction for the past 3 years with her was limited, but Milo warmed up to him. She would greet him, go to him for pets, which he gave sometimes, and accepted him on our daily walks. 1.5 years ago, Milo got sick. She had a tooth infection, which was pretty bad. Her whole right eye was swollen shut. I asked my boyfriend to take us to the vet because I don't have a car. The vet took care of the infection, gave me some antibiotics to give her every day, and instruction to clean the wound that was left after the vet cleaned the pus. For a couple weeks, I did not hang out that much with my boyfriend. I took care of Milo because she was not feeling great. One thing that stood out to me was the fact that he seemed pretty pissed every time I brought her up, talking about her progress, looking back. That should have risen some red flags, but I guess I brushed it off. Now that I gave you the short version of the past, this is what's happening in the present. I planned with my mom to go on a short vacation to visit my grandparents. I was talking to my boyfriend about this trip and told him who would take care of Milo. My best friend, Alex, 23 male. My boyfriend then offered to take care of her. He was mad that I did not come to him first, stating that he loves Milo and wants to go on walks with her. I reluctantly agreed, considering this love for her was out of the blue. Our trip was supposed to last 3 days. On day 2, I was talking with my boyfriend on the phone, and he casually says that Milo really likes to stay outside. For me, this felt off, and I asked him what he meant. He left my sweet girl outside hours at a time alone and would check up on her hourly. Mind you, I live in an apartment, and I do not have a backyard.
What the fuck?
Me and my mom left as soon as I told her, and we arrived back at home around 9 p.m. Since then, I blocked my boyfriend on everything and have been searching for my girl. I have printed posters, went out every day for hours at a time, and put her on Facebook groups around my area. If you have any advice of something more I can do, please let me know. Now he and his friend group say I'm an asshole because I put my dog above my boyfriend and all 4 years of our relationship. I know for a fact this is not true, but I don't have anyone else to ask besides people that are really close to me, and they would be biased. I'm sorry for the long post. My mind is all over the place. Your relationship is literally 3 times less the length of how long you've had that dog.
Of that life. Ugh. She likes to stay outside. What the fuck? In an apartment complex with no yard.
Why would
You mean you let the dog go run away? Because you're clearly not a dog person.
Why the fuck?
A 12-year-old dog.
She had a dog sitter. She had a dog sitter, and he was like, "No, I'll take him."
That was planned. That was sabotage.
Yeah. Like,
oh my.
There's no, and
sick.
So what? You really got jealous of the dog because she had to take care of the dog because the dog got sick?
Right.
You're fucking with me right now.
What the fuck? I don't know. Your boyfriend likes to stay outside a lot.
Yeah.
You're staying outside forever, boy.
No, you're not the asshole for breaking up with your boyfriend.
Fuck no.
I fucking would. So, there's an update.
All right. God, please let me find that note.
Okay. So, I just gotta make sure okay, this is, I gotta break it up a little because this is
a couple of updates.
Okay.
Type of thing?
Yeah, there's 2 updates. So, hi, a lot of people asked me for an update. I should have waited until I got some rest, but all of you were so helpful and you deserve to know how this all ended. My ex came today to get his stuff, and some of you might be happy for what you were about to read, but he did not get a single thing back. When he saw me, he started begging me to forgive him. Thanks to you again. I agreed to forgive him if he told me the truth. He just looked me straight in the face and said, if I'm going to be honest, you won't forgive me. My heart broke all over again, thinking about the worst of things. When he saw me cry, he told me I should get over it because she was already old. But if I really wanted her back, I should get back with him. And when he trusts me that I really forgave him, I could see her again. I was exhausted, hopeless, and angered. And even though I wanted my girl back, I could not look at him, let alone be with him for however long he thought it would take me to forgive him. So he left, not telling me a single thing about Milo. I got a call some hours later on the other end was a lady who found Milo on the side of the road. She told me she would wait for me to come because she wanted me to pick her up and she seemed to be in pain. When I got there, I saw her laying there. All my emotions flooded me. My sweet baby, even though she looked so different, was alive. She is now staying overnight at the vet. She has 2 broken ribs and is dehydrated. If everything goes well, she will be home soon. I appreciate each and every one of you that took the time to guide me in this nightmare. Thank you again. I will be pressing charges.
Yeah, because he hurt that dog. Oh my fuck. Oh my fuck. I'm gonna cry. Fuck. I'm gonna go find him and beat his ass. Oh my god.
So
that was the first update.
Yeah, this is last update for a while. There hasn't been an update since this one. I have pressed charges and I now have a lawyer. I unblocked my ex like some of you said, and it was the best thing I did. He is incriminating himself and my lawyer believes we have chances of winning. Also, I might be able to get a protection order. His friend group has apologized. His mom is in contact with me. Milo will be home later today and she has a very good chance of making a full recovery, at least physically. My locks will be changed tomorrow. I would be in jail.
Yeah, right?
I would literally be in jail.
Like, yeah, because he would have 2 broken ribs and maybe a couple extras from he punted that dog out the fucking door.
Well, and it doesn't ever say how big the dog is either.
I know. I'm envisioning a little dog,
right?
With, like tooth problems and stuff like that. It's
one of these guys.
Yeah. Oh God, I would kill.
Definitely not the asshole. I just can't even. I'm just trying to think like. I can't. I don't even, because Daisy was 15 and I literally, one time somebody accidentally kicked her at my house and I almost stabbed him. And it was like my roommate's friend and he was like, I really didn't do that on purpose. And I was like, I hope not.
Lucky, because you almost died.
Yeah.
That's how you died that one time.
I mean.
Yeah.
You know, and especially like it might be a little bit different for someone like if they had kids and also this dog,
but you did this to someone's dog and all
That's
they've
their
have is this
child.
dog, that is their child. That is their baby.
Yeah. Even with kids, like some of my animals,
If someone watched my dogs and lost
they
one of
all
them,
are babies. Like, oh, I'm gonna cry thinking about it. I want to punch this guy in the fucking face so hard right now.
I'm just trying to think, like, if we had somebody watch our dogs and then I came home and like Balto was just gone, excuse me? Let me just throw you over a bridge? Like,
Yeah. You like to be left outside for hours on end? You sure do, guy.
and where do you think you're going to get with that on top of that? Get to leave, so...
And then, yeah, I don't oh, you can
So
get back,
what,
you will stay together,
beat
get
the
back
dog
together
until it ran away from
the
you.
truth. Right. That's all I'm envisioning is like, he fucked that dog up and dumped him. Like,
You know what? Let him back in your house after your dog gets healed and see how that goes. I guess maybe if it's a small dog, it would be different. But you know, it's like
fuck yeah,
if somebody broke some ribs on, yeah, right, he'll fuck somebody up. If somebody broke some ribs on Bender, though, I highly doubt that he would let them back in the house. And I would not want to be on that side of that situation.
Yeah, on that side of the snoot boot.
It sometimes hurts just playing with them, but I do that. Like I sent you that gif earlier with the Popeye. I do that to him. I fucking swing my arms around and then he gets all whacked out. Last thing we need right now.
You're all fiery, full moony.
Yesterday he got him all riled up right before his sister got here, and I was like, "Why would you do that?" And he was like, "I was talking to Bella." I'm like, that was a bad idea because you just like set them off, and she's gonna be here in like minutes.
They're just wrapped up.
So, okay, we're gonna move on to petty revenge. Abusive ex refused to move out, so I did it for her in the most inconvenient way possible. I'm really excited about this.
Great title, I love it.
Yeah, I'm real excited. I was inspired to share this after reading the top post today.
Oh, that's a little inspiration.
That's funny. I had broken up with my ex about a year prior to this event, but she wouldn't move out.
What the fuck?
One excuse after another for a solid year until one day, amidst another argument, she finally admitted her plan was to stay indefinitely and threatened to claim domestic abuse if I did anything about it. That weekend, she decided to go out for one of her weekend vacations with a girlfriend, so I took advantage of the 48 hours I had and got to work reserving a storage unit and rented a moving truck. I worked around the clock loading that truck multiple times, only sleeping a few hours that entire weekend. She had hoarding tendencies.
Oh, God.
And I had long turned a blind eye to it, had to pick my battles, and it had gotten pretty far out of control. Not only did I make dozens of trips, but the storage unit itself was almost too small for it all.
Fuck.
It was truly amazing how much crap she had managed to pack floor to ceiling in multiple rooms, closets, and the garage despite living in the same house together for so long. I made sure her laptop was the very first thing in the storage unit, all the way in the back corner.
The most important thing.
Followed by all of her clothes. So many fucking clothes.
So many fucking clothes.
Then furniture. Then all the meaningless hoarded junk. By the time I was done, that storage unit was packed floor to ceiling to the point that I had to really Tetris the last couple loads in there just to get the door shut. She was right at the end of a semester of school and not only needed the laptop first thing in the week, she was also planning on leaving for a cross-state road trip to visit family, and everything she needed for that was in the very back. From what I heard, it took her and a friend the better part of a week to find the laptop and repack the storage unit. She missed some important deadlines at school and delayed her family trip by a whole week, which messed up other plans and wasted a few PTO days at work to boot. The best part came months later. You see, when she first came back from that little weekend vacation, I had asked her to sign a receipt to receive the key to the storage unit. She immediately refused, threw a fit, tried to steal my dog, failed.
What the fuck? Who's stealing dogs?
Tried breaking into my house while I was gone, and then came back hours later with about 6 cops in her wake. To this day, I still don't know what lies she told them to get that entourage, but after I explained my side of the story, they realized it was just a civil matter and quickly left. The receipt I asked her to sign was simple enough in that I offered to pay for the storage unit for 6 months if she signed it that day, but since she didn't,
I removed my card from the account and put it in her name. The only problem was the card that she then put on file with them was an authorized user card linked to my account, which I promptly canceled. So when she missed enough payments on the storage unit that they locked her out, she was never able to get the rest of her stuff before they presumably auctioned it all off.
Storage units do. You don't pay your bills. Fucking highest bidder. There goes all your shit. I love this guy.
Why didn't you sign the paperwork? He literally said, I'll pay for this for 6 months.
Right. You've had a free ride for a fucking year and you're free for 6 months. No, you petty back. I love it.
You know what it reminds me of? It's like, there's that show. It was called like Fear Thy Neighbor or something, or like something neighbor. And it's like a serial killer show basically. And it's like, where you end up being roommates with somebody, or like my roommate was crazy or something like that.
Yeah, bad roommates or something, whatever it was.
Yeah, they had the
most terrible roommates.
I think it was like Fear Thy Neighbor, Fear Thy Roommate. And there's a couple other ones too. But yeah, and it's like just stories of like people who like got a roommate and then they accidentally invited a squatter into their house. And they didn't know.
Right. Oh man. Go you, dude, for dealing with that bullshit for over a year.
Also, yeah,
over a year. Wow.
I just wonder what you do in that situation. Like how, because
you just have this weird hoarder ex-girlfriend still in your house, going on family vacations every weekend. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, how weird. So if they were broken up for a year and she stayed there for a year, because then like what's he gonna do? How do you even kick somebody out? You'll probably have to get the cops involved, and then you have like 30 days. But they said they were living in a house. That's if she was on a lease
or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't say if she was on a lease or if they owned the house. I'm assuming they don't own it together, because then that would be way different.
School, so I probably got debt from school bills.
Yeah, hey, shit.
What?
God, that's so funny. Pack her laptop all the way at the end, and then she fucking missed a bunch of school deadlines. Maybe don't be a bitch.
So good.
The audacity on top of that to admit to him that you're just gonna stay forever?
Right. Like, no, fuck you. I'm taking this free ride.
I guess after a year, she was probably like, he's not gonna do anything. Man, that would have been so funny.
Right? Call this bluff, bitch.
Like, see, he probably changed the locks and stuff too, so she couldn't get in. But I also feel like it almost would be funny.
Yeah, I think it's something about restraining order at the end or something weird.
It'd be funny though if she showed up and like came into the house and just like she had like 6 rooms full of shit and like all of it's gone. Probably have to like call the cops and be like, "What do you mean she doesn't live here? She's no stuff here. She's got her suitcase."
Yeah, she came back. Yeah, she's on vacation to go to your storage unit. And you didn't pay the bill. And all your shit got auctioned off.
It's fucking hilarious. Okay. Another am I the asshole? We got a lot of am I the assholes lately. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law to get over herself and stop trying to one-up us?
Hate one-uppers.
Throwaway account. My 29 male, wife, 27 female, and her sister, 30 female, got pregnant around the same time. The babies are the first of a new generation on their side of the family, so everyone is excited. Sister-in-law was further along, but my wife ended up giving birth on week 32. Plus, she had some complications. That's early. 32 weeks?
Yeah, it's very early.
Plus, she had some complications that had her hospitalized. My nephew was born 2 weeks after at full term. Apparently, sister-in-law was resenting having her thunder stolen, and she felt like she and her new baby weren't getting enough attention. She keeps making these comments like she's trying to one-up us. First, she has to say how sorry she was that my wife missed the golden hour because they had to take our son to the NICU. This upset my wife during her hospitalization, she was often too sick to visit the NICU, and she was already feeling crappy about missing skin to skin on those first few weeks.
Oh.
After we started to bring our son to family gatherings, sister-in-law started comparing the boys, saying how much bigger and more alert her son looks compared to ours and how he hit more milestones. Last weekend we had lunch at my in-laws. My wife and I were excited to tell everyone that our son laughed for the first time earlier that day. He's 5.5 months old, 3.5 corrected.
From because he was early.
My mother-in-law and father-in-law were having a good time watching the video when sister-in-law made another comment about how her son did that a month ago. I don't know why that was the last straw, but I just about had it. I told sister-in-law that she's pathetic for trying to one-up a freaking baby. That her full-term son wasn't special for being more developed than a preemie. That she should get the fuck over not giving birth to the first grandbaby.
Yes.
Needless to say, this ruined the lunch, and my wife's family is pissed. I admit I was harsh with my words and tone, but this was the first time I confronted her family like this. Up until now, we'd each handle our own relatives, but my comments upset my wife and pissed me off. These comments upset my wife and pissed me off. So am I the asshole for being so harsh and not saying in my lane? No.
In your lane. Oh, hell, motherfucker. No, not the asshole. Go you. Because that's some bullshit.
Also, I would have probably said something so much sooner. I probably would have like, you know what, you're right. Your son probably has met more milestones because they weren't premature.
Right. And even, all babies are different. And like, come on.
But I mean,
comparing babies.
That's 2 months though. That's early. That's not just a couple weeks. That's a fucking, that's a long time. And why are you trying to one up a baby? Like,
a fucking baby.
Like, are you really that mad about the fact that your sibling had a premature baby and was hospitalized? Right. And then you're
got to miss out on all of that time with her baby? Because she was sick and couldn't go in the NICU with her baby.
Couldn't do the skin-to-skin contact. Couldn't have a lot of contact in the beginning in general.
That's having a NICU baby in general, yeah. That's tough. Sister's a bitch. Go you, husband, for telling her off.
Yeah, definitely not the asshole.
Yeah, because that's fucked to be jealous over. You shit your baby out first? Really? For a premature baby.
I could see if they were really, really close and they say they both went into labor the same time or something, and then they kind of did little digs at each other
almost competitive.
I was almost first, and that kind of stuff.
The twin kind of thing, I'm a minute older.
Yeah.
Kind of shit. Jokingly, but
that makes sense, but you're literally making jokes about a baby who came out way too early and then had to fight for their life for a little while.
Yeah.
In the intensive care unit.
A baby. Fucking bitch. What do people say about this one?
So someone asked, how did your wife respond? And they said, happy that I spoke up because she was having a hard time telling her sister it makes her feel like crap, but feels bad that they're pissed. I mean, she shouldn't feel bad.
They're fucking assholes. They're gonna be pissed.
You got some shitty family members.
They had some truth spit at them, and oh my god, fuck you, you're again.
Why are you? The one up of a baby. What do you?
It's a baby.
It's not a fucking race. You know what I mean?
My baby giggled a month before your baby died.
Yeah, the idea, why does it have to be a competition? Just because you guys are siblings doesn't mean everything has to be a competition. I don't know if that's, my brother and I have never been like that, but I don't know if it's just because, maybe it's different, if it's sister and sister and brother, but...
I remember when me and, my sister both had to call our parents within the same week. They're like, are you sitting down? Bust the news, And I can't remember who was first. I think she was. Because then they're like, oh, you're pregnant. I was like, how? Well, yeah. Well, you said, are you sitting down? Same dialogue about 3 days before. I wasn't jealous or nothing, you know. It's not like a competition.
That's really funny.
It was sad out term. She didn't go full term.
Aw.
But she was able to find out that, you know, she had this rare condition where, like, her body fights off the blood of the baby because it's, like, 2 different genes. And
the body is crazy.
yeah, fucking wild. Hey, so she had to have special treatments so her body would accept the baby. Yeah, crazy.
Well, I mean, in her body's defense, I mean, a baby at first, like a fetus, is essentially a parasite.
Well, and that's how her body was acting
needs
too.
a
It's like it's a
host.
foreign object. It's rejecting the foreign object.
Yeah, well, because I mean, like it needs a host. It
Mhm.
can't come out and live on its own. It needs a host to feed it for a long time before it can come out of the body. So, pretty sure that's
what we were
the
talking about, like,
definition of a
teeth
parasite.
thing. Yeah, teeth get so brittle and things like that from pregnancies.
Yeah,
she had to have all of her teeth.
That
dentures and stuff. I lost all her teeth from it.
That happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My mom says that I fucked up her teeth. So sorry.
Yeah,
I know I didn't do all of it, but you know, I think she's
most of it.
She's made jokes about it though. But she also ate a lot of lemons when she was pregnant with me and my brother, though. So
acidic.
Yeah. But I know, like Bailey, complained about her teeth the whole last pregnancy, and I think, I mean, obviously her teeth are still, you know, they're better now. But I
got super sensitive with Vicky, the second one. Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so crazy to me that like embryos and stuff look the same too. Like, cause
like the like from the egg.
Yeah.
Can't tell if that's a baby puppy or a baby or human.
Yeah, or like literally they all just they come out looking all the same. It's just like an eyeball with a little bit of head and a tail. A little
cute squiggly tail. So neat.
Yeah. Well, should we do one more or no?
Yeah, one final one. One final rant.
Apparently we talked a little while because it closed down on me.
Oh, I'm doing a lot of that shit.
Ooh. Next one is a confession.
Ooh, I like confession ones.
This one's short. My previous job continued paying me for 6 months after I resigned. After I resigned from a position as a software developer, my company forgot to remove me from their payroll and continued paying me for 6 months. I let it go for a couple months, but then reached out to my former boss. He said that he would take care of it, but the paychecks continued to come in for a few more months. Sad day once they stopped. Hopefully they can't come after me for the additional wages.
Hell no, you fair warning. Hey, you said, oh my gosh, that's so great. Good on you for being honest too. Hilarious. They still said some more after you called and was like, hey, I don't work here anymore and you're still paying me. Aw.
You know, it reminds me of Office Space, but obviously it's backwards because they were like, well, we could just stop paying Milton, you know. They're like, we don't need to fire him. Just put him in the basement, stop paying him, and then
nobody will know.
It'll be fine. Somebody will figure it out.
6 months. Damn.
That's a long time. Great.
Half a year's worth of fucking salary.
So it's so funny because a bunch of people are like, the first comment that we see is, comments got OP shaken violently right now.
Oh.
And then, OP blew that money. It's definitely gone now. What money?
What money?
The company will never come after it. Nobody's going to admit to this huge fuck up and they will just let it fade into obscurity.
Yeah, because that sounds like a lot of paperwork on their end.
Right. Oh my gosh.
That's great.
So,
and computer techie kind of shit, that's probably some decent pay.
Right. That's so fucking funny. I think I'd be scared to spend it. That's like,
right, like those scammy things. We're like, send me these cards or whatever, and we'll send you back a check.
I'm so fucking weird though that like, so when COVID happened, I got underemployment, or I tried to get underemployment, I should say.
And underemployment was like your hours got reduced, so you could get money back for like the hours that you got reduced.
Right.
But I got denied because I had quit a job within 6 months of that. And it was like, okay, but I was working 2 jobs. Like I stopped working 2 jobs. And now you're telling me that I don't get money because I stopped working a second job? Like,
you're still working.
yeah, I'm working a full-time job, and then I was working another job on top of my full-time job, and now you're telling me, no, fuck you. So it's been, that was in 2020.
Yeah.
I just got paid.
5 fucking years.
It was like $500 too or something. It was funny. They called me on a Saturday. And
that's weird.
I know. I was really fucked up.
And sketched straight out.
They had all my information, and like, so I was really weird. And I'm like looking up the phone number and stuff. I'm like, you do realize how sketchy this sounds, right? And she was like, look, I know this doesn't like sound the greatest, but you're really, really messing up the IRS because they've been trying to pay you for 5 years, and this money just keeps bouncing around because they paid me, and the money it went into a wrong account, and I was like, I've never done my taxes with this fucking bank account before. So I called the bank and I was like, send that money back. And they were like, we can't do that. And I said, yes, the fuck you can.
Figure out.
Send that money right back. I'm not accepting it. And they were like, okay. And that was like a few years ago.
Right, I remember that.
So yeah, they've been trying to pay me for about 5 years now.
Bitch, take this check. You're fucking up the IRS.
But I was like, no, I don't trust you.
Right. Especially, you call from weird thing on a Saturday. Who does that?
It was. And then it was so funny because like I talked to him and then afterwards I was like, I don't know, it still seems sketchy. And then they called back and they were like, no, here's more information and this is what happened. And I'm like, okay, I guess we'll take it.
I guess we'll take your money.
But yeah, I was so sketched out about it that I was like, no, I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me.
Yeah, there's so many weird scams and things like that out there.
But yeah, 5 years it took him to pay me. I was like, well, maybe you should have not denied me. Because what happened, I remember getting the paperwork too, because I got paperwork that said like, you were denied for this claim. And after further research, we realized that you should not have been denied. And I was like, good fucking news. And by that time,
great job figuring that out, assholes.
Well, they told me to do the paperwork again. And I was like, yeah, I'll do the paperwork again. My hours are back to normal. So I'm going to send in paperwork.
And get denied again.
Yeah, they're going to be like, well, something ain't right. We're not giving you any money. So it's like,
hamster wheel.
I wasn't dealing with it, so I made them go on a hamster wheel for 5 years.
Fucking years. I love it. Love it.
Maybe they won't audit me again. Well, the first time I did taxes, I got audited. Like my first time at 18 years old. My mom was like, "Wow, I can't."
Wow.
She literally was like, "I've never been audited before," and I was like, "You helped me do my taxes? Like what? What happened?" I didn't even make that much either because I only worked a job for like 6 months and I was making like $6 an hour. So
whatever minimum wage and shit.
Minimum wage well, I was making tips, so it was like minimum wage I think was $7.20. I think in our state it was $7.25, I think.
Yeah. And
that's what the federal minimum wage still is. So just crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, my highest paying job, was $9.60 an hour.
Yeah, minimum wage here is like 12 something now.
Damn. Wow.
That's new. Just happened like 2 months ago.
Okay, I was saying, it's only been a couple years that it happened.
Yeah, they're trying to get it to be $15 an hour by 2027.
That's fucking wild.
Right? It's crazy.
Well,
thanks for coming back to Ask the Conch.
Man,
these chairs are so nice.
Oh my god, so good.
Like,
and any way you sit in them too, like
I know they're
slumped down. You can stretch, all scrunched up, crisscross applesauce.
They're so soft.
And there's like a cool little seam that I keep finding myself put my fingers in. I don't know why, but I like it.
Yeah,
like little folds.
I thought it was ripped when I first started undoing them. I was like, oh man, it's ripped, and then I was like, no, these are supposed to be on here.
I don't know why. It was a nice sensory thing for me.
They are like a lot of. Yeah, and then I told him too that I wanted another one, and you saw how he looked at me.
By the time he's like, fine, you can get another one. They're going to not be on sale anymore.
Oh, that was like JJ in the fucking egg incubator. He's like, did you order that yet? I was like, my coupon expired for fucking 3 days ago. I was waiting for you to say yes. I'm gonna find a different one.
You know,
oh, cool. Find another one for $3 cheaper.
Did I tell you about how we got the silky gem candy?
Yeah.
Did I tell you about? So I'll have to show you the videos Brett sent me of him trying them. He fucking hated them. He hated them so much, and it was so funny because he made videos for like each one that he tried, and he would take a bite and he'd be like, I just don't know how I feel about it. And then the first bite he took, he was like, I'm overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed. There's a lot happening.
It's a sensory experience. It really is. Like, it's crunchy and then like squishy, but the flavors aren't very strong. And when I was talking to him about it, I was like, well, I didn't think the flavors were very strong. And he's like, the flavors were very strong. They tasted like shit.
That's a strong ass shit flavor. I think it's shit.
I was like, okay, sorry. I didn't realize. But yeah, I enjoyed them, but like definitely not worth the money. It's like everybody who says they're amazing obviously gets paid to say they're amazing, because but I mean,
that's your job.
I can say honestly, it was a sensory experience. If somebody gifted it to me, I probably wouldn't be upset because I'd be like, cool, I get to have this sensory thing again. But I would not spend $40 on that shit.
It came out of your pocket.
Awful. I signed up for a subscription too, so it was cheaper, and then I ended up emailing them, and I was like, what'd you do?
I was reading what it says. It says Kansuna. Kansuna!
I guess, hey?
It was like a nice little leather label. Yeah.
Wow. Oh man! Oh my God, Balto, your breath stinks.
It's okay. I was like, was he just like farted or something?
No, he just breathed. Oh yeah. Anyways, wait. Bye.